and there are two teams playing. So team as such, this one, the first column over here, is actually the home team. Okay, and the opponent team is there. Like in the first case, the home team is Rajasthan Royal, and the opponent team is Gujarat. Then you have the match date, the venue, the season on which the match happened, the runs scored by the team. So it's not the opponent team, it's the team. Okay, the runs scored by team. In first case, 144 runs are scored by Rajasthan Royals. And in scoring 144 runs, Rajasthan Royals lost 9 wickets. Okay, and they played for 14 overs. Okay. So they scored 144 runs in for loss of 9 wickets in 14 overs, and they conceded 147 runs. So everything is according to the team. So 147 runs were scored by Gujarat Titans, and Rajasthan Royal took 3 wickets. So in scoring 147 runs, Gujarat Titans lost 3 wickets. The match result is Gujarat Titans because they scored more runs, and then it is a man of the match. Okay. So this is how the dataset looks like. The first thing that we would be doing is we would be creating a table for this. Let me do one thing. I'm just copying the column name so that I don't toggle between Postgres and Excel multiple times. I'll show you how to create the table. Create table. Let's suppose this thing. Table name is matches. Okay. Now, what all column name I have, I'm pasting it over here. I will delete it after I'm done. Okay, so that I don't keep on moving between Excel and Postgres. First column is match ID. So this is a big number. So what I'll do is I'll put data type as begint. Okay. The second one is the team. I'm using a very data type varchar. Let's suppose it's 50. Then you have opponent team. And here also it's varchar. And this is also 50. Then I have match date. And this is a data type. Then I have venue. This is a varchar. Again 50. So season. I'm using season as varchar because towards the end you will see the seasons are written in different formats. Okay, so here also. Then you have runs scored. This is an integer data type. Then you have wickets lost. And this is integer. I'll just delete. Then I have overs faced. This is an integer. Then you have runs conceded. Then this is integer. Wickets taken. This is also an integer. Then you have match result. And this is your varchar. Okay. The last column, man of the match. That's it. So what I've done is I've given the table name, which is matches, and inside that I've given the column name and the data types. Column name and the data. So what I'll do, I'll just run this now, and it has created the table. Here is this. Okay. So what I'll need to do is I will need to upload the schema is created, so I need to upload the table. This is the table case 4 data. Okay. What I'll do, I'll do right click over here. Okay. And now I'll go to import export data. Click on that. Choose the table from your system. Okay. So case 4 data SQL, this is the table name, file name that I am using. Format is CSV, and I will click on OK. Hold on. Header is clicked. So check this once, header. Okay. This should be clicked so that it is able to identify the header is there in the first row. Once you click on OK, done. The table is created. If you want to check if the table is there or not, select star from matches. The table is created. Okay, so I request you guys, everyone, to import this data first, and then only we can proceed to the questions. And let me know if you guys are having any issue in the data, in importing the data actually. Pausing the share, and I want to know like if everyone is done doing this, because only then I can proceed to the questions. So, and if anyone is getting stuck, let me know. I'll just go through that issue. Anyone who is done importing the data, or if you guys are getting stuck.
Can you come again? Like, how did you create the table and where did you click?
Yeah. Yes. So this is the table. Let me just do one thing. Let me post it on chat so that it's easy for you guys now. So this is the query that I'm running to create the schema. Once you are done creating the schema, go to the table which you have created, do a right click and click on import export data. So these are the two things that you need to do. First of all, create table command, and once you're done with that, import export command. Let me know once you guys are done importing the data, then we can move to the questions. Any issue in this? Can we move to the questions if everyone is done? Or is it like, or anyone is getting stuck?
Can we wait for just 2 more minutes?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Prathas, you got one response.
How to check if the data is important or not?
So let's start from the table name.
Can you again show that option where we
Yeah.
can import statement?
So you will get it over here. Once a table is created, that will show up. And then you do a right click and click on import export it.
Okay, after creating the table, okay.
Yeah. So once you are on this page, just remember one thing, that in options, you have to check this header. That should be switched on.
Sorry, can you come again on the right click part? I missed it.
Yeah. So when the table is created, you will do a right click and click on import export data. This one.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Once you are here, you need to check the file name. It should be there in your system, and select that. Only thing that you need to remember is in options, this header should be checked.
Matches table. So this so I have a server named my server, and in that uh, in under the schemas there is tables option. And so when I tap on tables option, I have uh, where we can post the SQL script query, and in that I'm posting the query and then running it. It shows that it ran successfully, but under the tables I am unable to see matches.
You need to refresh the table. To refresh the table, you need to click on tables, do a right click and click on refresh.
Right, I got it. Yes, yes. It is visible now. Import data. Yes,
Done.
done.
Anyone who is getting stuck? Okay, I'll move to the questions. Okay. So the first question that we have to answer is we need to write a SQL query to find the total number of matches won by each team. So team column is there, but you need to find out the total number of matches won by each team. Okay. I'll help you solve, but I want you guys to try once. There's only one condition that will be there in this SQL query. I want you guys to identify that. What will be that condition that is easily visible in the data? Once you're done writing the query for this question, just like put it on chat and send it to me only. Okay. Do not send it to the group. We need to find out the total matches won by each team. So no. Darshan, yours is okay. Match result you're taking. Fine. Good. I mean, this is all of you have more or less. I mean, followed the same logic. I'll tell you another logic. Okay, whatever you've done is totally correct. There's nothing wrong. Okay, so I'll tell you another logic. So that would be select team, comma, term star as total wins from matches where match result is equal to team. Okay, group by team. So what I'm saying, wherever these are equals, then let me aggregate only those things. Okay. So this is one such approach. I mean, your approach, whatever you are saying, is also correct. So Prem, you are actually doing is when then no, you don't need to find out the when and law because that is directly available to you, Prem. If you look at this column, match result, this is actually specifying that only that which team has won. So you don't need to do all this cumbersome task of identifying who has won. So that is already given to you. Okay. Select match result group by one. Good. Everyone has followed the same approach. Good. Okay. Let's go to the second one. Top team with highest average run score. Write a SQL query to find the team where the average run score is greater than 130 and the total number of matches played is more than 50. So there are two conditions now. So there are two conditions, and this would actually, when you're talking about the filter on the average run scored is greater than 130, then definitely it's an filter on the aggregated value. Okay, so yeah, I think around senior approach, this looks fine to me, but we'll wait for this. It's a okay, Apurva, yours is also looking correct. Prem. Okay. I think star has matches played. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Rohan plays average. Okay. I think looks fine to me. Just wait for a minute before moving to the next one or going to the question solution for this one. Okay. So this is all. Like it's giving me only those teams which have played more than 50 matches and have on an average scored 130 runs at least. Okay. The only thing that I'll suggest is this number is actually 131.434. I mean, it doesn't make any sense because cannot score runs in decimals. So I'll just round it off. Okay. That's the only thing that you will do. Okay. Good. Let's move to third one. We need to write a SQL query to find all matches where the team lost fewer than 3 wickets. We need to find out all the matches where the team lost fewer than 3 wickets. This is pretty straightforward. try this one because this is actually simple one. So this is pretty straightforward for you guys now. Yeah, I think everyone is okay. Getting the right answer. Okay, just pick up one. So what you're doing is we are just putting a filter where wickets lost is less than 3, because that is that is the only thing that we need to find, like filter. We need to find out those teams which have lost less than 3 wickets. Okay. Okay. The next one is you need to write a SQL query to calculate the average runs conceded by teams across all the matches and round it to 2 decimal places. So one thing that you need to notice is this is average runs conceded by team across all the matches. To write a SQL, so the average runs conceded by team. So I think the runs conceded column will be helpful. Okay, so yep, I think more or less everyone is on same. Okay, Anudev, there is one thing which is wrong in your thing, and that is, I think, and that is group by. Forgot to do a group by. I think rest everything is fine. Oh no, so Darshan, for you, the question is average runs conceded. Okay, so
Oh, I thought it was for both. I mean, average of both the things. So I just
no,
added. Oh,
so
got it.
you need just runs conceded column.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Okay, I'll just pick up one. Okay, so you're doing your for every team, you're trying to calculate the average runs considered, and you're rounding out to 2 decimal places. And you're grouping by team because that's the only unaggregated column in your select statement. Okay. Going to the next one. You need to write a SQL query to find all matches played at venues starting with the letter M. Okay. Starting with the letter M. Venues. So I think venue is this column. Okay. Already given to you. Going to find out all the matches which are played at venues starting with the letter M. So this will actually make use of one kind of string operator. Yes. for this. Okay, so let's see this one. This one is also pretty straightforward, but I mean, everyone has written the same thing. Okay. The only thing which I suggest, I mean, all dependent on the data. So when you're dealing with string, now m percentage, so there would be cases, not in this data, but in real life, there would be cases wherein the venue column values will be written in different ways. For example, Mumbai is written like this. Okay, you will even see in some places Mumbai is written in like Mumbai is written like this everywhere in your data set. There would be some places wherein Mumbai would be written like this. Okay, some places would be like this. Now, if I have data set wherein the same value is written in different cases, then this won't return you the right answer. Now, to overcome all that, try using upper or lower. Okay, like this. So this would be helpful. I mean, this is especially if you remember, you should be using this in when you're dealing with string values. That time it is very effective. Right now in the dataset that we have, that we are solving, this issue is not there, so we are good. Okay. Okay. Going on to the next one. You need to write a SQL query to calculate the total runs scored by all teams and the corresponding run rate. The run rate is the total runs scored divided by the overs faced. So total runs scored and the overs faced is there. Okay. Okay. Need to write a SQL query, total runs scored by all teams and the corresponding run rate. Okay, so we have uh, mm, mm, total runs scored by the team. Okay. Okay, Darshan, I'll run the query. I think there is a slight error in this, but I'll just check this. Aziz, the run rate.
So I've written a different query as well, like sum of runs scored and sum of divided by sum of overs faced. So I was a little confused on the formula whether which works. So
Okay. I mean, the second one which you said is correct.
yeah.
Because what is happening now that you are actually summing up, you're doing a sum for every row then.
Yeah, I understood that. So I was like a little confused whether to sum up this. I think I've sent it now where I'm summing then dividing it.
Yeah, this is correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sum of faced. Good. Sum of faced. Good. Okay. So pick up one. So sum of runs code. Hold on for a minute. The question is just to calculate the total runs. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay. Fine. Let's pick up the. Hold on for a minute. Whose question is this? This is Apurva, right? Okay. Something wrong, I feel. Okay, so this is your this thing. Fine. Fine. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the last question for this case. Write a SQL query to find the top 3 teams based on the total number of wickets taken. Include only those teams that have more than 200 wickets. So if there is anyone who is having more than 200 wickets, sorry, who is having less than 200 wickets, that is not part of the analysis. So we need to find out those teams which have taken more than 200 wickets and then find the top 3 teams. Maybe I'm not getting the usage of union in this actually. You're trying to it's taken. So the question is to find the top 3 team based on the total number of wickets taken. So if we go to the data, the wickets taken is this one. For that team, wickets taken by the team. So that means in the first case, it will be wickets taken by Rajasthan Royals. Wickets lost is not required. The question is around to find the top 3 teams on the based on the total number of wickets taken. So that only that column is required, wickets taken column. Okay. If the question would have been the total number of wickets that are lost in a match, okay, then you will think about wickets taken and wickets lost both. Yeah. Yeah, this question is actually a simple usage of having order by wickets taken here.
Can you give us a brief again on like when do we use having and when do we use where?
Yeah, so where is a row by row filter. Okay. So row by row filter means it will check every row for the value and see if it fulfills the filter or not. Whereas having is a aggregated filter. So you will first of all aggregate something and then put a filter on that.
Okay, so right now when I was writing the query, I faced this issue that in the select query, I was saying sum of wickets taken as total wickets. Okay, and when I was typing in having statement, in that I was not writing sum and then brackets wicket taken. Instead, I was typing the alias total wickets taken. That, but it was showing me error that there was some error coming in.
The error could be that the variable is not present.
Yeah.
The reason is, see, your whole query will generate that error. Your whole query will generate that variable, that aliasing that you are saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give an example. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, now this runs perfectly. Where is matches?
From in the from.
Okay, now what I do, I replace this and I put it over here.
Yes.
Okay, now it will showing an error because if you are doing having, this thing should be created already. It is
Okay.
getting created in this query. So that's why it won't work. But if you could take this one, the segregated value, this would work. Now, if I want to make use of this total wickets, okay, then what I'll do, I can solve this using subquery. You guys studied in the previous session yesterday, right?
Right.
What I'll do, select start from this.
Do we mention total wickets in the outer query? Okay.
So Postgres require aliasing for the subquery. I mean, that is there, but that's okay. Not needed in other places. But the thing is, see, here I put it in the form of subquery, and this you are created. If you run just this much, okay. Now you will get total wickets, this column. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting a filter where total wickets is greater than 200. But the thing to notice here is I'm not saying having total wickets.
Right.
Why? Because if you see this thing, total wickets is already created. It's a row by row thing, right? Now it becomes a row by row thing. So now I'm not using having, I'm using a where clause here.
Okay. So when we are doing some operation on any column, we would be using having when if we are
If we are using a filter on a row or on a column, then I will use a where clause. Okay. Whereas if I am willing to put a filter on an aggregated column, I would use a having.
having.
Clause.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Could you run and show us the results once?
For this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the result.
Because I'm getting a different results. I don't know what mistake I've done.
Do you want to send your query on chat?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I think I put it in everybody's.
It's okay. Darshan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so opponent teams and wickets lost. So see, everything is when I was starting this thing, I said everything is according to the team, this column.
Okay.
Okay, so your logic should be around team here.
That wouldn't be as wicket taken, right? It is wicket lost. It will be.
So wickets lost. So question is to find the total number of wickets taken include. So hold on for a minute, guys. Write SQL query to find the top 3 teams based on the total number of wickets taken. I think I should have taken wickets taken. Yeah, then it should be wickets taken. Yeah, this column.
Okay. I have
Yeah.
wickets
That's
lost and opponent team have taken. So I think that's the reason.
Yeah, so I think this should be your wickets taken, group by team, having this group by wicket taken, whatever it is. Oh, sorry, I think, give me a minute. So wickets taken, right? So, okay. This should be wickets taken here. The exact. Wait, it is getting confused. Hold on. It's okay. No, this is correct. Completely ignoring. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Good point. Good point. Good point. Give me a minute to think. I mean, what you are is you raising is a looks like a right logic, because when I'm taking only one thing, then I would be actually ignoring the other part, other team. If team A and B plays, then yeah, it looks logical also. But mm, to write a SQL query to find the top three teams based on the total number of wickets taken. Find the top three teams based on the total number of wickets taken. Three teams. Okay, cool. I think yours looks logical because in if I talk about this case, okay. So I'm not going what the columns are saying, okay. So I'm just ignoring what the column naming are. So, for example, for Rajasthan, they took 3 wickets, okay, and Gujarat they took 9 wickets. Okay, so the one approach could be I'll take team and I will sum up the wickets taken. Okay, and I will union this with opponent team and I will sum up the wickets lost. Okay, that is correct, right? So yeah. So in this way, in both, because if you see in a match, two teams will lose their wickets. So ideally, I should be summing up both and then uh, ideally I should be summing up the both and then do a group by and a union. Okay. Otherwise, it's actually becomes like a one thing only. I mean, this thing. I mean, what you had said. Oh, you were given the union one. and then you are doing a union all, group by team. Why is there a, okay, you have done a group by here, fine. Okay, where this approach is there, I mean, I'm not going as per the column names up, okay? So if I talk about the first case, okay? In the first row, Rajasthan Royals, they have taken 3 wickets, okay? And Gujarat Titans, they have taken, how many? They taken 9 wickets, okay? So now what we have done is, I'll first of all take the team and I will sum the wickets taken. Then I will do a union and take opponent team and sum up the wickets lost. Okay. Once I'm done with these two, then I will do a group by and find out the final number of wickets that are taken. You know what? There is a question which I generally ask in the interview. I mean, yes, guys can think over this. So there's a caller city, and there is a receiver city, and then there is a call duration. Okay. And caller ID, sorry. And then there is a receiver ID. So caller ID, let's suppose 1, 3, 7, 11. Okay. This is 2, 1, 11, 1. Okay. And call duration, let's suppose 1 minute, 5 minute, 7, 20. Okay. So I want to know which person spent the most amount of time on call. Okay, which person spent the most amount of time on call? In that case, the first thing that should come to your mind is if 2 person are talking. So this person called this person. So in caller ID 1, call receiver ID 2. That time you need to understand that both the people have spent the time on call. So first of all, you will find out the time. You will do a caller ID, comma, sum of call duration. Then do a union all, and then do a receiver ID, comma, sum of duration. Okay. Now, once you're done doing this, then do a ID, comma, sum of whatever value you're getting from sum of duration and sum these two. Okay. So that is something that is done, and that's the same logic that is getting applied in the question, last question. Okay, if 2 people are playing, that actually means both the teams have lost wickets. So you need to look at from the both the teams' perspective. Okay. Clear? Any doubt? No? Okay. Yes, I'll stop the session for today. Meanwhile, whenever you come for the next session on Saturday, I mean, just brush up the subquery part because we will be proceeding from there then in the next session.
So we should be considering a correct way to correct way like this one that you mentioned.
I think the one, yeah, the union approach. I mean, take that one because that is something, because the wordings of the question is a bit ambiguous. It's not that much clear. So I just want to be like, I think if you think logically, both the teams have lost the match. Both the teams have lost the wicket. So I mean, it makes sense to do a union all. Take first team, take the sum of wickets, take second team, and then sum of wickets.
Can you mention so So Darshan's query is correct.
I think that is correct. That is correct. That's giving the right answer. That's logically, it's totally correct.
Okay.
I'll put it on chat. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
To Darshan bringing this up.
Yeah, I mean, because I went through the wordings of the problem, but then if you think deeper, the wordings are a bit ambiguous. It's actually not straightforward. And
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
thank you. Then so it's because that's what I was checking. Like, is there a duplicate value? If there are like two values for every match ID, then you don't need to do all this. Correct. Then it becomes easy. That's what I was checking. Like, if there are two records for every match ID, then it becomes easy. Then the logic that we had earlier would work.
But right now we don't have two entries.
We have only in a single row. We have all the information for a particular match ID.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.